Oh, stop it.
Right, if you want it to work,
Okay.
Welcome.
So this is part 2 of the skirt and architrave fitting.
Stop interrupting
I'm just
me.
making sure that you know.
Send it down.
You are daft.
Hang
You
on.
reach the small bit because
Hang on, I'll reach it.
you're not above 6 foot.
I'm taller than you think.
Welcome back to another video, and this is part 2 of the skirting and architrave installation.
So one other feature I want to talk about.
And then we need to absolute tank it.
In part 1 you'll have seen us do our how-to and fitting of the architrave on this job, and this is part 2. We are going to be doing our skirting boards. We have got these lovely big 169mm Taurus skirting boards from Sam Mouldings, and we're going to show you how to fit them, what preparation needs to be done, how to do a scribe, how to do an external joint, and what it looks like when it's all finished.
Now, if you are in the market for skirting and architrave, the best place we would recommend is Sam Mouldings. Not only do they do top quality primed products, but they've also got a huge range for you to choose from.
Right then, so we've nearly finished the rip out stage on this one, and the last thing we've got to do is take off this length of skirting that actually runs behind the radiator. Now, to save the hassle of actually like taking the radiator off and causing ourselves a bit of bother here, what we're actually going to use is a multi-cutter. We cut one side of the pipes this side, we cut another side that side, take off the existing skirting in several pieces, and it makes the job a lot easier. When in doubt, use brute strength.
Guess what's just happened to Dave?
Use the client's best vacuum to hoover up brick dust. And now for one of the worst bits, and that's actually tidying up. When you take off stuff that's been here for 80 or 90 years, there's a lot of black dust, so we've got to have a good clean up before we start putting the fresh stuff in.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Send it down.
You are daft.
Hang
You
on.
reach the small bit because
hang on, I'll reach it.
you're not above 6 foot.
I'm taller than you think.
Now for the big one.
Go on then.
Now, it's not the most conventional way, however, it certainly saves scratching the walls of the hallway or cutting it up. So if you've got a safe
To me.
deposit at the front of the house and your mate's at the bottom, I got it. Easier, faster and more efficient.
We're going to show you now how we fit our skirting boards in this room. We've got 2 different ways of joining them depending on whether it's an internal corner or an external. If it's an internal, like this one over here, what we're going to do is we're going to scribe the skirting, which we'll show you in a second. If it's an external corner, then we just put a 45-degree round it, and you'll see how that works in a minute. So come on, let's go.
Now, I was always taught to go either right to left or left to right. Pick a position and stick to it. So let's talk about your internal mitre. I'll start off on a 45. Now what I'll do with the bottom end of the moulding, so I'll stop my cut here and I'll cut right down here on about a 10-degree angle. It doesn't have to be precise, but it's normally like a slight back angle. I'll mark the moulding with a bit of pencil. This is just to give you a better line to look at when you're doing it with a jigsaw. So you can either do this with a coping saw or the jigsaw. Now this top edge here, I'll cut flat.
So the first of our corners that we mentioned is our internal scribe, and as you can see, we have cut the pattern of the skirting, the scribe, into this one, and we will then slot that in on top, shove it in, and look at that. We've got a lovely fit all the way along that holds nice and tight. So I'm going to take that back off, put some adhesive on the back, put a bit of glue on the scribe, get it pinned up, and we can move on around the rest of the room. So as I mentioned to you earlier about the two different types of joints on our skirting, this is the only external mitre we've got in this room, and it is only a tiny little return around this chimney breast. So I'm just going to measure this up now. I'm going to make it all in one piece, then come and slot it in. I'll show you that downstairs. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this first piece to size with an external mitre cut back on either end, and then I'm going to measure the little return pieces, cut them ready, and I'm going to glue it all up out here, take it up and slot it in one piece. Just measured from the inside of the mitre there, the 20mm that I need on the return, and that piece then will be ready for the left hand side. Now I'll cut one for the right hand side. Measure my 20mm return. As you can see here, what I've done is I've made these external mitres ready. That ends on, so I can just take this whole piece up, slot it straight in place. Now I've glued these together using mitre bond this time rather than the Collins mitre clamps, because I want to be able to fix this straight on and get it corked up and finished. But it's another alternative way of doing things. You can sometimes use PVA and clamp, or you can use a mitre bond system like this super fast from CT1 that we've used here, and it gives you a nice strong joint straight away, so you can go and put that straight on your wall. And there we have it. So that's the piece with the external mitres in place. And now all I've got to do is have a bit of a tidy up, put some tools away, and then cork everything up so it's ready for painting.
So there you have it, one simple room skirted using Sam Mouldings Taurus 169mm.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.